And that's not like a brag or anything. I mean, it's whatever. It's just like, how is it that he's getting so little views?
Mick Juggernugget says, I don't even know how that's humanly possible. Midas says,
What was that? Right, let's do some Black Stent, okay? Listen, full transparency. I said that Queeman was a true hater for doing this. But, dude, I can't not do it. I mean, it's his first video in weeks. You know, I covered the Bowblax situation extensively. And there is quite a funny little detail that I think you'll notice when we throw this up, okay? So, quick summary, I guess. For those of you that don't know, Bowblax used to be friends with other commentary people like Nicholas Diorio. Through a series of various controversies and issues, they decided to cut ties with him. This was mainly around his kind of dishonesty and misrepresenting his personal life to people like Nicholas privately. Okay, lots of other things happened too. Many say he should have been kicked out of the house earlier, but he wasn't, and he was given some sort of protection. You got this kind of narrative of you know, protecting certain people, cannibalizing them when it's opportune, whatever, right? But long story short, that's what happened, okay? Now, Bowblax is known for his Twitter Versus series. And what he does is he goes on Twitter, he finds people talking on Twitter about a trending topic, and he puts all the tweets into a video and reads them out, okay? Now, Bowblax has sadly always struggled with this fame desire. Okay, he's always wanted to have some sort of online fame and wanted to have his takes taken seriously. Quite difficult for that to be the case if you're just reading tweets. So he's kind of done his own streams, lots of lore to look at there, the tips to bully streams, etc. However, recently, after his recent controversy and getting kicked out of the house of commentary people, whatever you want to call it, he's gone on a bit of a hiatus and he hasn't uploaded a proper main channel video doing his Twitter Versus series for 4 weeks. Good news for any Bowblax fans out there. He has broken. He's bucked the trend, and he has released his first Twitter Versus video in 4 weeks. Now, when I start playing this, I feel like you're going to notice something a little bit different. Okay? So let's have a little look, and we'll see how he tackles this story and see what we think of it. So if I do this, what's this? Oh, he's got his face in there now. They've got their face in there now. And for those of you that don't know, previous videos, I mean, if you look at the last one, for example.
Months, MrBeast has been in a lot.
He's not in the video. He just shows the tweets and has audio. He's not in the video. But he is now. So, you know, I wanted to look at some of the responses to the MrBeast response. So this is, I guess, a kind of fun way to do that. Plus we get a bit of Black Stent out of it too. So let's dig in.
MrBeast, this guy has been through it the last couple months, ever since his friend Chris Tyson got outed for being a He addressed this on his Twitter in July by saying, "Over the last few days, I've become aware of the serious allegations of Ava Tyson's behavior online. I am disgusted and opposed to such unacceptable acts. During that time, I have been focused on hiring an independent third party to conduct a thorough investigation to ensure I have all the facts. That said, I've seen enough online and taken immediate action to remove Ava from the company, my channel, and any association with MrBeast. I do not condone or support any of the inappropriate actions. I will allow the independent investigators the necessary time to conduct a comprehensive investigation and will take any further action based on their findings." And today, he responded to that tweet from July by saying, "A 3-month investigation into allegations regarding my company."
By the way, this is we probably won't watch the Asmongold video now. We'll move on after this. But Asmongold pointed out something here, which I think is interesting. It's this idea that MrBeast, rather than put out a new tweet, he's responding to a previous tweet from 3 months ago. And it's like, is that because he's hoping that maybe this is going to be less viewed or less seen if he responds to this original tweet? I don't know exactly what to make of that. The other thing that Asmongold said that I thought was kind of, quite interesting is, like, in the thumbnail, right? He put it as, like, we've investigated ourselves and found no evidence of wrongdoing. But then he seems to kind of compare the MrBeast situation to his own when he was at OTK. And I need to watch the full video to really to give a firm take about it. But I'm just like, well, does that not apply to you as well? Surely that kind of perspective could apply to your situation with OTK. No. It wasn't. It was an external. It's the same thing. Third party external investigation. But yeah.
Has concluded. The law firm/investigators reviewed millions of documents/messages and conducted 39 interviews. I was asked to refrain from making public statements to enable a detailed and unbiased investigation. Below are their conclusions. And then on community notes, it hasn't been officially posted publicly because this tweet is so new, but the most popular community note suggestion that's probably going to go public is this one that says, clarification for context seems necessary. This document is the result of an investigation requested by MrBeast and conducted by Quinn Emanuel, a private white shoe law firm which was paid by MrBeast. It was not conducted by any government agency. So,
what is a white shoe law firm? And the other problem, like, dude, I agree, there's some criticisms I could probably agree with this. What government agency would investigate MrBeast? I don't know if there's anything that would qualify as like a definitive crime to be investigated from what I've seen.
Basically the same as the OTK investigation that you may remember from 2 years ago. Which is why I think it's funny that the owner of OTK, Asmongold, is criticizing MrBeast for this, considering he did the exact same thing. But that's neither here or there. YouTubers are hypocrites all the time. That's nothing new. What is new?
What? Okay, can we just get some review? What would... Dude. What do we think about this? What about the energy? Interestingly, this video, despite his channel having like 306,000 subs, and it's got 6,000 views in 13 hours. I mean... You know, it's a bit dire, isn't it? Bro. You know, dude, okay. Let me put it to you like this, okay? So 13 hours old and it's got 6,000 views. We, on our 42k sub channel, have just put out the Nicholas DeOrio versus Rosanna stuff, okay? It's ranked 10 out of 10 on views, so it's not performing that well compared to recent videos. But after 14 hours, it's got 9,000 views. So, and that's not like a brag or anything. I mean, it's whatever. It's just like, how is it that he's getting so little views on this trending topic? I'm guessing it's because he's not uploaded in a while. Is he doing something wrong on the back end? Is it the face cam, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, what is Internet Versus saying? Let's have a look. Oh, they've not uploaded for a few days, so it's difficult to really do a fair comparison. Anyway, what was that first comment that I saw? Not gonna lie, the face cam ain't it. Oh my god, dude. You guys, that's not, I don't know if that's someone that watches me. I'm just saying you guys in the general sense are fucking vicious, dude. Not gonna lie, the face cam ain't it. That is a despicable thing to say. Jesus Christ. People are saying no face cam needed. Bro, dude, Emma Tran 8466. 8486. Bro, you gotta stop trying to be a celebrity. Just read and leave. Oh, dude. Oh. The bad camera quality plus bad haircut combo isn't working. You, sir, have the perfect face for radio. Oh my god, the comment, dude. They're meta-commenting on the comments about his... They're meta-commenting in the comments about the comments on his face, dude. It's never been more over, Bowblax fans. Blacksers? Any Blacksers? Yo, where are Blacksaholics at? Dead channel. Dead channel. That's tough. What the fuck, dude? It's so brutal. Little exclamation mark at the end from Lexio3031. Tips from Review Tech own you. Damn, dude, this comment session turned brutal. Oh, what? Bro. Jonathan Sandoval 1347. MF, we came for a recap of tweets, not that disgrace you dare call a face. That's so harsh. Even this person that's trying to defend him says they don't like the face cam. Don't like the face cam either. But you guys don't need to roast him like that. Oh my god, dude. No. Why am I subbed to this Discord moderator? 5k views after 12 hours. Pack it up, bro. Time to get a real job. Make sure to turn off the camera next time. No more face cam, babe.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Jesus.
But how do I make money off depressed people?
I haven't seen a channel with this brutal of a face reveal since chudlogic.
Thank you for the tip. Bobby, crank out those vids faster. You're missing shit. What the fuck? There's valid criticism, and then there's bullying. Comment section here is so mean, I can't stand it. Extremely hypocritical. Jesus. And, bro, okay. I just want to point out another detail here that I think is important, okay? So you notice there's a few comments here that are hearted, right? Do you know what that means? It means this guy is somehow finding these posts that are more positive and he's hearting them. So that means he's actively monitoring this comment section. So he is reading this in real time as all these people are coming through and mogging him on the face cam. That is, dude. Fucking hell, bro.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Thank you for the $2 Canadian. Don't use your face again, please. I feel bad that you fell off that hard. This is on the same level as Deaf Noodles. I don't know why I thought you quit YouTube. Always a good sign when someone that is somewhat positive thinks you quit YouTube. Brilliant sign. Jesus Christ, dude. Okay. You get the gist anyway. The comments are quite mean and brutal. Okay, let's leave it at that and let's see what else he's got to say.
Is this email that was shared to the board of directors at MrBeast that details the results of the internal investigation. They say, "Dear board of directors, as you know, in July 2024, MrBeast LLC, the company, engaged Quinn Emanuel Urquhart, I don't know how to say that, and Sullivan LLP to conduct an internal investigation into specific allegations made publicly, incidents reported internally, and issues raised by employees in interviews, including with respect to current and/or former company personnel, and the company's workplace environment and culture. At your direction, Quinn Emanuel immediately launched a comprehensive investigation, which has now concluded. The following sets forth certain key findings.
Okay, well, he's obviously just reading this. We've already read
the
this.
investigations were the topic. The intent was to foster
Bro, is he literally reading this whole... Bro, is he reading the entire thing? It's only an 11-minute video. When's the Twitterverse going to happen, bro? You're reading the whole fucking comment, bro. How long is this going to take? So he's still reading here. He's still reading. I don't need to sit and listen to him read this. Still reading here. Still reading here. Still reading here. Still reading here. Okay.
Follow-ups. Very truly yours, Alex Saprio. And for those of you...
So wait a second. So half of the video is reading the tweets, the community note that hasn't even been posted yet but might get posted, okay? And then he's just read all of this out. I thought the point of Twitterverses was it was quite, like, choppy, right? It's like, oh, this person said this. And then that person said that. And then this person said this. And this person responded with this. Whereas a large portion of the video is just reading the statement, okay? Why not just say, I want to get to some of the responses on this. If you want to read the full statement, pause it here, okay? And read the statement. Here's a quick summary. Duh, 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 duh. And then you get onto the fucking meat and potatoes, right? Which is people wanting to hear what people are saying on the internet about this. But instead, he's decided to read the entire fucking comment. It was just aggregate content, compiling everything about one topic and reactions other commentary people have. That's what made it work. Yeah, exactly. Right? Unless I'm missing something, I thought that was the point. And he's just read that whole statement. Jesus Christ, dude. Now we're over halfway, well, more or less halfway through the video. And you know, I guess we'll get to the Twitter versus part now, right?
Who don't know, Alex is an American attorney that helped work on this case under Queen Emanuel. So obviously Twitter had a lot to say about this. Greg says, dibs on being the new CEO. Connor says, so you were saying Jake the Viking lied when he claimed Delaware sat down with Jimmy and his mom and told him everything before hiring him? Showing a tweet that Jake the Viking made a couple months ago talking about the ex-MrBeast employee.
The face, okay. People have been very mean about the face cam. Okay, they're calling you all sorts of names. I'm not being mean, I'm being constructive, okay? The point of a Twitter versus would be you put the tweet in the middle of the screen and you look at the tweet if you're watching the screen, okay? All this does is serves as a distraction away to the bottom right of the screen. So, you know, it's even off center. Look, the screen's off center. So your natural eye line is to the center of the screen here. And you're looking at these live on X things, and you know you're not looking at the actual. You got to look over there, but then there's this distracting thing here, right? Yeah, exactly. This isn't supposed to be guy reacts to tweets. It's supposed to just show the viewer what has happened, and that's it. Exactly. Center of the screen, tweet, 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 tweet. That's it. That's all he had to do. He had to read the tweets, but instead, for some reason, he's put himself on a fucking cam in his video, which is not something I believe he's done before, and it has ruined the format of the video, okay? And people are just shitting on him because he's ugly. I mean, bro, what the fuck? You literally cannot insert personality into these types of videos. The more you do, the worse they get for anyone. Even the most charismatic person, which he's not. Yeah, exactly. People are not there for your personality. They're there because they want you to just read the tweets. Yeah, this is pretty rough, dude. This is pretty rough.
Delaware. The tweet says, here's the truth. Yes, Delaware is my brother-in-law. Yes, he is a registered sex offender. When I was 21, a 16-year-old girl accused him and others of SA. When she was 11, Delaware took a plea deal. That's why there was no jail time, but he still had to register. His nickname isn't Delaware because he can't go back to Delaware. He's from Delaware. That was the dumbest thing I've ever heard. He's been back several times. He was hired before I was, and was actually the reason I got hired at MrBeast. And then we have the part that Connor highlighted, where Jake says, before being hired, Delaware sat down with Jimmy and Sue, Jimmy's mom, and explained to them.
And then we've got the part highlighted. And this is another, what, minute or so? Like another, what, 10%? 10% of the video reading out an old tweet. That anyone that's followed this of any interest will know about this already. And again, something you can just summarize. And here's the relevant point pointed out here. Because the whole point of this is this. You don't. Why do you need to know now about the Delaware thing, going back to Delaware? All you need to know is this conflicts with the previous piece of information that was claimed. So who is lying? Who's telling the truth? Show Connor's tweet, show the take here, highlighted section, that's it. That's all that you need. And he's going over it all in this detail. Do you know what this feels like to me? I tell you what this is. I know exactly what's happened here. This guy's being lazy. That is what is happening here. Okay? He's being lazy. And he obviously hasn't uploaded a video for weeks. He's finally uploaded a video. Rather than go and find, you know, what, 30 tweets or so, whatever it is, to fill a video up with loads of fun, like backwards and forwards and memes and stuff like that. He's just padded out a video by reading the full statement. Now, I read the full statement. Other people have read the full statement. That's fine if that's the content. But people are not watching this because they want you to read a false legal statement. They want the highlights and they want the fractious discourse that's occurring around it, right? So his laziness is costing him here because people do not fucking want big chunks of text being read out like this. I was going to make a Twitter versus video, but then I got high. I mean, at this stage, bro, just get a normal job. Your clearly heart isn't in it anymore. Why are you doing this? And then you're injecting yourself into it, which is totally unnecessary. Not only that, it detracts from the entire video. Fucking hell, dude. You got one job and you fucked that up.
Everything. So yes, Jimmy knew. But again, this incident happened in 2010. Delaware was hired in either 2017 or 2018. Delaware was also let go from the company before I was. And for reference, Jake the Viking came out and talked about why he left MrBeast about 4 years ago. So Delaware has not been at the company since at least 2020, according to Jake. Zachary says, can't wait for hundreds of YouTube videos about this. Mick Juggernugget says, 4.5 million documents were processed and reviewed. I don't even know how that's humanly possible. Midas says,
what was that? Wait. Am I nitpicking? Tell me if I'm nitpicking.
and reviewed. Mick Juggernugget says, 4.5 million documents were processed and reviewed. I don't even know how that's humanly possible. Midas.
Why did he do that weird fake laugh? That's so weird. That's not a real laugh. He's not actually laughing at that. He's left it in there. Oh, because it's in the tweet. Oh, sorry, my bad. My bad. Okay. I'll take the L on that. Okay, to be fair though, listen. Do you know why that happened? Guys, can you guess what I'm going to say here? Do you know why that happened? Do you know why I didn't read it fully? It's because this video isn't framed correctly. The tweet's not in the center of the screen. I'm distracted by him, so I'm looking at him. Right? So I'm not actually reading it. Bro. The face cam is fucking everything up. It's put things off center, and you're not actually then looking at the tweet if you want to see the tweet. So that's Bowblax's fault too, actually. Okay? It's not that I didn't read it properly. Okay?
Says, MrBeast, can you send me $20,000? I need this. Based Electrician says, we've investigated ourselves and found ourselves innocent. Now you sound like the US government. iFunny says, is there gonna be a Misto Beef Lunchly? Oliver Knobley's government. iFunny says, is there gonna be a Misto Beef Lunchly?
Bro. He can't... It's miso. It's miso. Isn't it?
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
When
What's
they finally
Mister?
off themselves, can we not retcon their life and pretend they weren't cringe?
Okay, dude. Thank you for the tip. I cannot stand that we investigated ourselves and we found nothing wrong, retards. I can kind of see what they're going for, but it is retarded. Because that is normally when the government investigates some police misconduct. That's when you tend to find it. I mean, even that could be stupid because it could be an independent thing. But they've hired a third-party company. It is not correct to say, you know, that. Yeah, the whole conversation about it is pretty dumb, to be honest.
Oliver Knobley's says, no way, the guys you paid found you innocent? Jeffrey Perkins says, not reading that at all. Kingball says, nah man, you guilty on some weird shit. The Rabbit Hole shows a MrBeast tweet from last year that says, yeah, this is getting absurd. Chris isn't my nightmare. He's my fucking friend, and things are fine. All this transphobia is starting to piss me off.
Oh,
and then Rabbit Hole says,
dude, bro, we've obviously had this conversation before about the commentary slop guy, right? Okay. Yeah? But this is all because of Ava Tyson. Ava Tyson is the individual that has caused everything that's happening here. Because you can talk about, you know, misconduct, issues in the workplace, etc., all that stuff. But I think without Ava Chris Tyson, that linchpin, without that, it wouldn't have happened, I don't think. I'm just thinking through how it went down, and it's like, yeah, that is the thing that brought a lot of attention to it. Okay? We investigated ourselves as a stupid platitude people throw out because they're hydrocephalus-riddled brains and incapable of thinking through conflicts of interest. Yeah, I think my take on it is it's reasonable to consider potential conflicts of interest at play.
Okay, that's wonderful.
And not
but
just
how do I make money
uncritically accept what the firm is saying. That's fine.
Skinwalked as the Twitter versus Sky while Bowblax has regressed. Must hurt knowing your job is out the door.
Thank you for
White
the super
flag,
chats.
Woman raising hand, woman shrugging.
It's why, obviously, a government investigation would be preferable because you limit the conflicts of interest that are potentially at play. There still could be some, but yeah. But yeah, this we investigate ourselves shit is pretty low IQ shit. They're going to cope and say he was right for the wrong reasons. That is clear cope. Well, I'm not getting into that right now. All I'm saying is, it's just funny that it's Ava Tyson's complete and utter degeneracy, not because they're trans, because of the pedo stuff, that's brought this down.
This didn't age well. Joey Riz says, so your internal investigation is saying nothing happened. Are you using the same internal investigation team as the police? Lol. Fallen Chungus says, MrBeast, can you include a Fallen Chungus figurine in the next Lunchly launch? Fallen Chungus also quote tweets it and says, we investigated ourselves and we found no—
Speaking of hydrocephalus people, wait a second, isn't he 17 as well, or is he older now? There was some stuff that Shamu posted about this dude. I can't remember. Anyway.
Nothing wrong, showing a picture of the Joker smiling. Willie Macho responds to MrBeast by saying, we can interpret what you are admitting and are denying when it comes to Dogpack's allegations. Dogpack being a new YouTuber who started his career with these huge MrBeast videos.
Dude, this is such an L. This is such a fucking L. Why did he do? What possessed him to do this? Is it just the fame? Is he just like, I want to be famous, so I'm going to put my face in the video?
That helped kickstart this investigation in the first place. Willie Macho continues in this tweet by saying,
just ask yourselves how many companies you can think of that got shut down because of a third-party investigation they hired. I'm guessing the answer to that would be none, right? But then obviously, yeah, that's because their role is to help them. It's not to destroy them. It is to come in, find the issues, and help craft the right way to move forward, right?
But in my opinion, you need to come right out and make it clear. Willie Mac also quote tweets MrBeast and says, in short, an internal investigation at MrBeast—
Wait! You said it's easier to set up. Obviously, I'm not an editor. Okay? But you think this is an easier setup to do this than record audio separately and put it together? What has he done here? How does this work? Tell me.
He's found allegations grooming and CP to be false.
Explain the magic. Explain the editing magic to me now.
They also deny that they knew Delaware was a registered predator. However, they do admit to isolated incidents of harassment and misconduct. Who the hell knows what this means?
Yeah, but where's he pulling this from? What is this here? Because there's no... dude, okay. Forget about it. Forget about it! I don't care.
Company is strengthening its
He's basically just streaming and cutting it up.
Corporate culture, with new leadership hires, mandatory training, an employee handbook, and an anonymous reporting hotline to keep a professional environment. And then he points out the same thing Connor did by showing Jake's tweet and saying, so Jimmy is either lying about Delaware, Jake the Viking is lying, or Delaware lied to Jake about his hiring. We will have to wait and see. But what we don't have to wait and see for is Dogpack's response to this. He tweets out the email with the caption, a 3-month investigation is only 2 pages. Care to elaborate on how you didn't know you hired a registered sex offender?
I mean, some of this I agree with, but like, I don't know what people were expecting in terms of like the 2-page thing. you're not going to get an itemized list of every single thing that happened and they looked at, you know? And there could also be like legitimate reasons. Like, for example, let's say that an employee anonymously disclosed in one of these interviews that they had been raped. You're not going to want to put it out and go, you know, employee name was raped. You might not even want to say employee X claimed that they were raped, because then it might be able to identify who the rapee is. So anyone that was expecting some long, extensive document going into all the detail, I think was expecting more than was ever going to happen, you know?
Bender, care to elaborate on the several isolated incidents of workplace harassment and misconduct? Another creator who's been at the forefront of calling out MrBeast is Rosanna Pizzino, who reacts to the news by tweeting out, "If your own paid internal investigation leads to a new CEO and finds workplace harassment and misconduct, as well as multiple firings, I think it might be time for a bigger investigation." Turner, who you might remember as the MrBeast editor,
that's
who would
wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Chud, if you look at this Sped's camera, look how many jump cuts there are in a minute long segment. The fuck? How high was he?
Extremely high. Very high. More high than you could possibly imagine. He actually is edited out. He was actually smoking a bong whilst he recorded this. And he's in post. Edited that out so you can't see it.
attempted to call him out 5 years ago, responds to Rosanna by sharing a screenshot of his video and saying, "I wish someone called this years ago," skull emoji. He also makes a couple quote tweets about this, like this one where he says, "Bullying in the workspace? Wish someone said this years ago, laughing my ass off. Fuck y'all!" Was the prostitute...
He's added the spurging himself, hasn't he? That was his own spurging. That was his own spurging. That wasn't in the tweet exactly.
I had said this like this one where he says, "Bullying in the workspace? Wish someone said this years ago, laughing my ass off. Fuck y'all!" Was the prostitute I had to give money for part of the investigation? How about the lolly cartoon child porn everyone loved? The gunshot that made me lose my hearing temporarily? The workplace bullying even used slurs and called me the R slur every day? No?
Okay, so listen, I will give credit to Bowblax for this. I wasn't familiar with this, to be honest. So credit to this fellow. Okay. He actually revealed this, which I didn't know about. So got to give credit where it's due. This is the one point of the video that I'm like, okay, here's something that I wasn't familiar with and is of interest. Okay.
Gotcha! Dextero also tweets about this, which has a few new Twitter reactions under it, like this one from Gekoft, who says, "So basically, MrBeast doesn't want to take the blame for workplace harassment and misconduct, so he tries to blame it on his employees."
What? Dude. I mean, I find these, like, people have, I think what's happening is, you know, people are listening, they're prone to just have their take. They're not open to new information changing their perspective on something, okay? They're coming into this as, not going to have my mind changed, I'm going to spit out the same take I had before, and I'm just going to take this and use it to back up my worldview no matter what it says, right? You know? Like, even if it had more detail, or there was more of a mea culpa from MrBeast, or something, I think they would probably still find a way to twist it like this, you know? And also, I am agreeing with some of the criticisms of this response. I'm not, like, totally on board with it. I'm not sat here thinking, yep, job done, perfect, nothing more, no more questions, completely resolved. There's definitely issues and questions and other commentary you could make on it. You know, it's not to say it's perfect by any means. It's just these takes are clearly rooted in A, not understanding what was going on and the dynamics at play and how big corpo shit works, and B, having preconceived notions and not allowing them to be changed by the information, you know? This is what Redditor-esque corpo brain rot does to people. Yeah, exactly. I feel like people expect big corporations to come out and be like, yeah, we've raped. There's been a shitload of rape. We've done nothing about it. And yeah, it's a complete rape fiasco, to be honest. And we don't know what we've got no idea what to do about it. Like, obviously, it's all going to be crafted, PR spun, etc. You know, certainly criticize it, but just can we just stop this, like, you know, brain rot shit of like, oh, you investigated yourselves and found nothing wrong. Oh, trying to blame your employees and not take responsibility.
Bronx Hawk says he should do an investigation into his crypto scams, and that's about it for the reaction so far to the result.
Yeah, exactly. These big corporate entities, right? They put out, I mean, Twitch has just done this. They put out like a statement, don't they? You know, at insert company here, da da da. It's all PR spin bullshit, you know? And, you know, whether MrBeast does further comments on this or puts something out there or not is going to give you that indication of, you know, just how corporatized he's become. And my guess is that he's not going to respond further. You know, if he does, it will be like a tweet probably or something. I don't think he's ever going to go into detail and really get into the weeds with it. And I can't imagine there's ever going to be a YouTube video. Hey, it's Jimmy from MrBeast here. We hired a law firm to investigate allegations of sexual misconduct and child pornography. We brought in 100 agents to assess whether or not child porn was shared in our workplace. Let's get into it. Insert CGI fucking intro. Insert music.
Of the internal investigation with MrBeast. Pretty much the same result as the OTK one. We investigated ourselves. We're innocent type of thing, but at least certain things in the company are getting addressed, which will probably make it a much better place to work at for the people who still currently work at MrBeast and will in the future. Like, let's be honest, MrBeast is too big to fail. Even with all this backlash, he's still getting a bunch of views on YouTube. He will always need employees, even when his reputation isn't the best.
Yeah, I was saying this as well. Like, this narrative that MrBeast is going to crumble because of this. Big corpo entities do crazy shit all the time. Bro, corporations have, like, had accidents that have been a product of their incompetence and their negligence. That's, like, dumped, you know, gallons of oil into the sea. Right? And that doesn't fucking end them because they, you know, they do a PR spin, a PR response. You know, name your fucking controversy, right? Unless a company is explicitly and obviously breaking the law, that government pick up on it and investigate it, most companies are probably going to be able to navigate most controversies, you know? Yeah, Blizzard's sexual harassment scandal is another great example of this.
So hopefully those employees have a better work environment now due to all of this happening. Of course it should have been that way from the offset, but at least there's that. As for MrBeast and everybody else, you guys can be the judge of them in the comment section below. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about this whole ordeal. If you don't want to miss more videos, don't forget to subscribe with notifications on. Leave a like on the video, and with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video.
Dude. That is... ugh. This face cam is just, let's be honest, it's nutto. This better not be you guys. No brigading. No brigading. Do not brigade. Do not brigade. I'm against that. I'm going to assume that you left comments aside from my interest in this video, okay? Who is this Ollie fellow? Why did you ever think the face cam was a good idea? Why do you think anyone wants to look at your face in a video reading tweets? You are the tweet reader, not an internet icon remembered for the ages. Either read the tweets on a regular basis with some extremely basic editing instead of whatever this is, or fade away into irrelevancy, which you're clearly so desperate to not become. Okay. This is fine, maybe for a stream, but I prefer when the tweet is taking up the entire screen. The face cam is too... Oh, I said that. That's a coincidence, isn't it? The face cam is too distracting, and it's especially not worth it when it's being filmed on a potato. Stick with what works and you should be good. Oh yeah, that's the other point as well. What quality camera is this guy using? It fucking sucks. Like, you want to look like crisp. You want to look crisp in a fucking video like this. I mean, obviously I'm a fucking streamer. I've got a fucking shitter thing here. But if you're doing a recorded video, you want to look crisp. You know what I mean? Crisp. You want real fucking crisp, don't you? You're washed, little bro. It's BW8858 said, "You're washed, little bro. Internet Versus is the superior YouTuber. Internet Versus is the channel set up by Augie associate Connor." in order to read tweets on the internet in a similar format. If you're going to rip off internet versus format, at least don't half-ass it. It says, stool blood soup. Dog3132 says, Bobby, I'm literally jawking it to the face cam. Great addition, sweet king. Keep it up, we love you. Heart emoji. Heart emoji. Heart emoji. Heart emoji. Heart emoji. Heart emoji. The LGB Taliban says, put the fries in the bag, bro. BB Gavrieldes says, still subbed and still watching. Yeah, you goofed. It's something you can recover from. But I'm here for your content, not your character. That being said, looking forward to the next normal Twitter verses like the ones I've enjoyed for years now. Facecam was an odd choice. Best of luck, Bobby. Bro. Even the ones that are more positive are shitting on the facecam, dude. It is so insane to me that someone can do YouTube content for so long and they just don't get it. They don't understand. They're just totally fucked in the head.
Okay, that's
that they
wonderful.
don't understand what makes it work. And so they
depressed people.
Bro looks bad. Why are these comments so mean? Hot stanky garbage. Well, that's nothing to do with me, obviously, because that's an hour ago. No one wants you or your personality injected in these videos, dudes. Just read the tweets. And then, yeah. Bowblax's been having some feastables recently. Let me speak. I'm so sorry, bro. You've been replaced. That's rough, dude. Anyway, there we go. We get the gist. So,